that note about Bumplings and your new book, This is a Book About Dumplings. Congratulations on both of these. That is just an outstanding achievement. Now, you're known as Australia's Dumpling King. Well, we've dubbed you as Australia's Dumpling King. But why dumplings out of all Asian foods? And what is it about the humble dumpling that you're so obsessed with?
Yeah, good question. I think I get this a lot. In the first instance, I just love to eat them and I can eat a lot of them. So I love eating dumplings.
What's your record?
What's my record? I don't know. I've definitely eaten like a lot of yum cha before. I
Yeah.
would say at least more than 30 dumplings. That's
Wow.
probably yeah. But yeah, why dumplings? I mean, I grew up learning how to cook through dumplings, really. And my grandma or my grandmother teaching me how to make wontons, a form of dumplings. I just love the versatility. I love how it's a universal dish. Like, a lot of cuisines have them. Like Italians have ravioli, there's like pierogi, there's heaps of different types. So yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, going off of what you said about you learning how to make dumplings, that was how you sort of learned to cook. Dumplings, sort of for us, has also represented family and a sense of nostalgia and a connection to, I suppose, the motherland. Like you said, it's such a versatile dish. It's always something that's connected to positive feelings, would you say? It's always sitting down at a table, everyone's happy, generations chatting to each other, grandma, mom, the young generation. It's quite a nice connecting food.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, definitely. I think even if you're making them, like a lot of people tend to make them together. And either if you've learned from your family, like it's something that's been passed down or you'll pass down, or if you've learned how to make for the first time, I have no doubt you want to share that with friends and family as well.
And it's not easy.
It's not.
Well, skill.
Yeah, the wrapping part.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. I think there's a lot of food hacks to kind of make the process a lot easier.
Yeah, we will definitely get onto that.
Yes.
The end section is a lot of tips about dumplings, so we'll definitely get onto that. But in terms of your food career, you made the bold decision to give up your career as a social worker to pursue your passion for food. And honestly, at such a young age. So major props to you for making that career change. So for other young people who might be considering making this career change, can you explain how you managed to sort of muster up the courage to do this?
Yeah. Especially for someone from an Asian background who might have parents who are, again, very traditional and want you to go down certain career paths.
My family actually were very supportive of everything I've always pursued. I think prior to even changing from social work to going on to MasterChef, I had already had a change in my university degrees. I was studying architecture at first and then was volunteering a lot. And then that change was quite a big kind of thing for me to kind of tell my family, but they were really supportive and I kind of felt embraced and mum was really kind of just said that I could do whatever I wanted and she was proud of me and she'd always be there. So leaving social work kind of in that sense wasn't as scary. And I think it came at a good time because I really didn't have anything holding me back. I know I had a job up in Broome, a house, I left all that. But again, mum was like, just move back in. Let's see how this goes. And it's kind of gone really well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to have your family support on these decisions. Yeah. And I'm sure throughout the whole show, they got your back, watching every episode, cheering you on.
Yeah, the whole of Australia was.
Exactly. Definitely us too, watching every episode.
Literally messaging each other every episode being like,
exactly.
Oh, that's so nice.
So your book, this is a book about dumplings. If you had to choose one recipe from the book as your favorite, what would it be and why?
Ooh, no one's ever asked me that. Just one. I would say my favorite is probably like the classic, the prawn wonton soup, which is probably the first kind of thing that I was taught how to make from my grandmother. I think it's such a simple classic dish that when you make and kind of share with others, it's not just something that tastes good. Like it brings back for me a lot of fond memories and I'll have that any night of the week.